Let's go to Whistler. Let's go to Whistler. So I'm a food writer in Vancouver, and occasionally I get to go on media trips like this one. So Cornucopia is an annual food and drink event that started out just celebrating BC wine, and now they celebrate beverages of all kinds, as well as all kinds of local food. And it takes place every year in Whistler. So I went up to stay at the Fairmont Chateau Whistler and experience some of Cornucopia. And made it to Whistler. All right, and here's the lovely room. Hi! Lovely room at the Fairmont Chateau Whistler. All right, made it to Whistler. Made it to the lovely and 2 Michelin Key holding Fairmont Chateau Whistler. And now we're gonna head to the village. The Fairmont Hotel here has a shuttle. So we've dropped off the Toro. They got us up here safe and sound, even though, my goodness, that was a wet and wild and windy ride. Here's the schedule. Okay, so tomorrow we're not doing anything. No, this is for Saturday. Saturday we're gonna do Taste Like a Somm. Probably can't hear us because the sound is a little bit loud right now. We're doing Taste Like a Somm, and then we're doing, I wanted to do this, we could not get into it, so we're doing Sip Like a Spaniard. But yeah, this is the whole, like, look at how many events they have at Cornucopia. It's really great. I honestly think it's so good if you want to try to like actually taste test some booze, and this is the like beginner step to doing like a wine tasting, wine education for sure. from the hot tub. What beats a late night hot tub soak after you've been in a wine tasting? Oh, this is why I love Cornucopia. It's the best. Really looking forward to exploring this hotel a little more with you over the next couple of days. The pools here are, I think, the best in all of Whistler, gotta say. And if you can see behind me here, these, yeah, they brought in saunas for the winter. So can you imagine this except with snow? Yeah, exactly. All right, well, that was a delicious breakfast. I'm excited to check out. So on the weekends, they do the buffet at Wildflower, which is, yeah, pretty impressive. It's a huge spread. But that was a really delicious breakfast. Nice little eggs Benny. Got some bacon on the side. I love pork products when it comes to breakfast. The hollandaise was yummy. The potatoes were well seasoned. And it had a really yummy, like, kale salad. Who's doing a kale salad with breakfast? But I like love that, especially with an eggs Benny that's like very rich. It was nice to have something kind of like tart, tangy, sour, crunchy, fresh, a little bit healthy. I had my requisite 3 beverages, water, tea, and orange juice, because what is a brunch without multiple beverages? And now I'm gonna go head into the village. So proper Whistler Village is actually a shuttle ride away from the Fairmont. This is in the same location, essentially, as the Four Seasons. They're both kind of in the upper village here. So as you can see, there is like a little bit of shopping, businesses, restaurants to choose from along here. And what we're heading towards is the lift up to Blackcomb. So it's a little bit quieter, although I'm sure it gets bopping when the mountains actually open. But that's the only thing to consider if you're trying to decide where to stay in Whistler. If you want to be actually walkable to the Whistler Village proper, then staying at the Fairmont or the Four Seasons is not going to be your best bet. But they both have shuttles, so it's pretty easy to get around. That's hot. Pretty good though. So when the ice bucket they give you is this little, you'll have to improvise. Got a nice bottle of some Unsworth bubbly here, chilling in the sink. And we're gonna go to a tasting tomorrow morning, led by the head of marketing, the son of the family who owns Unsworth, Chris Jerk. Champagne, anyone? Oh, well, hello. So tonight I'm off to one of the best restaurants in Whistler. Wild Blue. I ate there 2 years ago at Cornucopia, and it was one of the best meals that I had of 2023. Oh my goodness, they put up the tree! Ah! So the fun thing in terms of coming up here this time of year is they're like literally just putting up all the Christmas stuff right now. Oh my god, there's trees all over the lobby. This is so exciting. Look. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera around. Look, Christmas is here. So this menu was really exciting. We started out with the amuse-bouche. So on the right-hand side is the smoked oyster, and this was in an edible shell. They're all edible shells. The middle one is a pickled mussel, and a foie gras bao bun is the last. I got to sit beside Stacey Horniman from Blue Grouse, which was amazing. She was a lovely dining partner. And the pairing for this course was the charme d'eau. Next, we had the Mad Eye, which came with white beans cooked in a shellfish stock, as well as a shellfish fricassee and caviar.
I am a big sniffer in the way of I like aromas, right? You smell something, is this milk still good? It tells you a lot. So I'm gearing this wine to aromas. That said, it's fermented in all neutral barrel to build texture. This is 11.5% alcohol. I want it to sit on your palate like it has 14%. And fermenting in barrel and aging in barrel really helps you do that. So 11.5%. Brandon will bring another bottle around and make sure that you're topped up because it's low alc, but it should go really well with this. You guys are great. Thank you for listening. And the next wine pairing was a 2024 Rosé by Blue Grouse. Now this course was really interesting because it was a cheese course right in the middle of the meal. It's a tête de mone tart with a quince and a frisée. And then we had Fraser Valley duck breast, which came with a confit duck leg in that little burrito, and potato dauphinoise, as well as pickled cherry.
On your right is Chef Jared Brendan, the executive chef here at Wild Blue. Then we have young Jackson, who's recently rejoined the team. Worked for us for a few years, left to go play with his tweezers, as I've heard you say. Michelin star restaurants in Toronto. Is just back to the team here. So these are the guys that deserve all the praise tonight. Proper description from our executive chef, Carl Sanchez. He is in charge of pastry at the restaurant.
Welcome once again. For dessert tonight, we have a yuzu almond parfait cloud. At the base is an almond sponge cake with a yuzu crema, some candied pears, and then topped with a candy floss and some honey tuiles with a sauce of a yuzu and elderflower.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you. Good morning. So it's day 3 of Cornucopia fun. Last night I went to Wild Blue for their dinner with Blue Grouse. It was really yummy. It was cool because they were pointing out that the chef from Wild Blue actually has his full W set, which is like the equivalent to a wine master's degree. So it's kind of unusual for a chef to have that kind of like level of wine training. I was sitting next to Stacey from Blue Grouse, the winemaker, and she was blown away by the pairings. It was really cool. We even like ended with a champagne, which is like not what you would typically do with a wine pairing dinner. And it worked really well with the sweetness of the dessert. So hope you enjoyed all of that footage. It was a massive meal. I left so full and had to come back to the hotel and immediately take off my tights because my stomach was like wearing a corset. Pretty mellow night last night. Was very tired. Came back and pretty much just like went to bed in the hotel. And today we've got a jam-packed day. So we're gonna go get breakfast. First things first. Especially when you're doing a lot of drinking, you need to make sure that you've eaten. All right, so as I said, this is quite an impressive buffet. You start out with all the fruit and yogurt selection here. They have grains to make your own sort of like parfait bowl, as well as these pre-made bagels with smoked salmon. That's the kale salad that I was obsessed with. There's, of course, this whole selection of pastries. You can make your own toast. You can help yourself to a croissant or a donut. Danishes, and they also had cereal and stuff there. So you can get roast tomatoes if you want scrambled eggs. If you want, these are the roast potatoes that came on the side of the breakfast we had yesterday. These mushrooms were so delicious, cooked in white wine sauce. And this, although you can't tell, that was baked beans. And then this is the sweet selection. So you've got pancakes, French toast, and they also had warm cinnamon buns. Like, how amazing is that? Delicious. And of course we had to hit up the omelet station, because what is a brunch at a buffet without an omelet station? See how many mushrooms we had to go back for? They were so good. I don't know, for some reason I just love pineapple when it comes to a breakfast buffet. Pineapple and bacon. All right, here we are at the conference center. It's 11:30 in the morning. Let's go drink some wine.
That's Felix. He's the real winemaker because he's the vineyard manager. And as anyone will tell you, great wines starts and ends in the vineyard, and it's the winemaker's job not to screw it up. And I'm really proud. He's a great guy.
But from here, from flower all the way over here to earth, this whole section are considered primary flavors. So those are fruit or non-fruit. Generally, those primary flavors is what you get from your variety. So if you like Sauvignon Blanc, because it's super citrusy and there's a little bit of vegetal flavors in there, that is generally speaking because Sauvignon Blanc just tastes like that.
Here we are in Whistler Village. I feel like I haven't shown you guys around that much, so let's go on a bit of a walking tour. Bear-proof garbages. We've tasted like a Somm. Now it's time to drink like a Spaniard at the Sherry and Charcuterie. Tasting number 2. All right, so after a day of, it's been a delicious day of a lot of drinking. We did our Taste Like a Somm wine tasting at 11:30 this morning. Then we did the sherry tasting at 2 p.m. And we've just been chilling, enjoying the beautiful hotel room. It's 5:45, and at 6, we're heading downstairs because the Fairmont is doing Radiante. Oh wait, hold on. Here, let me get into costume. Although it's been amazing. They've been putting up all the Christmas stuff downstairs the entire time we've been here. They have all these trees. It's so festive. It's so heartwarming. But tonight, we're going to Mexico. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Olay. Handlebar pizza in the upper village in Whistler. Pizza! Oh, beauteous! Yeah, that looks really good. This smells so good. And it was bopping in there, so that's always a good sign, right? Heading home to Vancouver. We stopped at the Tantalus Lookout. I mean, oh my god. It's stunning. Stunning. Much nicer weather than on the drive up. That was a little wet and wild. But the Turo is awesome. We're gonna hop back in and keep driving home. There we go, our good old trusty Turo. It spent most of the time parked at Fairmont this weekend, but hey, gotta have snow tires coming up here this time of year regardless.